Hey, this is Nicolette Moore from NicoletteMoore.com, and do you have time freedom in your life? You know, we all want financial freedom, but what good is it if we don't have time freedom? Well, check out Fairoz Miller and see what she has to say about having financial freedom, but not time freedom, and what she's doing to overcome it. See you on the other side. Hey, this is Nicolette Moore from NicoletteMoore.com, and I have Fairoz Miller with me today. Now, Fairoz has been a practicing physician for about 2 decades now, and about 3.5 years ago, she decided to join her network marketing company as a way to gain time freedom back into her life. So, Fairoz, I'd love for you to come out and kind of elaborate on why you joined a network marketing company 3.5 years ago and what that journey's been like since.
Okay, thank you for having me on. I read a book called The 4-Hour Work Week, which a lot of your viewers probably have heard of, by Tim Ferriss. And he introduced me to the concept of leveraging my time and automating my income. And what he was suggesting was that entrepreneurs, people would put a product on sale online, invest the time initially in building up that site, and then allowing sort of ongoing sales to leverage their time. I thought, well, this is a really fantastic idea. But my sticking point, obviously, was the fact that I was a physician. I was seeing clients face to face, patients face to face. And I thought, well, even though it's a really good idea, I'm not quite sure how to do it. And time to think of a product like a book or a course. So I put the idea on the back burner, but it did actually encourage me to allow me to start up my own business, where we provide locum services, sort of this services for practices for other surgeries that need doctors. So I carried on doing that, and that gave me a little bit of flexibility. But what I was finding, again, was that I was exchanging my time for money. So I would have to work a lot of sessions, a lot of days, to get the income that I needed to cover for the bills. And as I developed that business, it became more and more apparent to me that, yes, I was earning a good salary, but there were 2 problems. One, I was spending a lot of time doing it. Because I was self-employed, there was always that sort of thinking, what would happen if I actually stopped working? I was the main breadwinner, and the thought of becoming ill or unable to work for whatever reason would always be there. So, and I was about a year, maybe 6 months, 9 months into starting the company. I met a friend of mine who'd actually gone her own way. And she said, Fairoz, let's meet for coffee. I've got some fantastic products. I'm promoting them. And I said, oh, okay, let's meet. It's nice to meet you for coffee. She showed me the products, and I was actually looking at the products for my daughter because she'd got quite bad skin condition. And so, although the products that we normally prescribe worked, I just was looking for a more sort of safer alternative. At that time, news about parabens and sort of nasties in skincare products was coming out. So I was looking out for products that would help her, and saw that my friend was promoting them, wanted to help her along, took them, liked the products, and said, yes, I'll buy them. And then my friend said to me, well, Fairoz, have you thought about taking it on as a business? And I've just started my new business, my other business. And I said, oh, no, it might just be a bit too much. Then she said 2 things. She said, Fairoz, you can do this in the nooks and crannies of your day. Everything's online. All you need to do is introduce the person to the products, and then they can order online. Now, the magic word was online. So it reminded me of what Tim Ferriss had suggested, having a product online. I jumped in.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I mean, it's so amazing that in today's economy, and in our culture, the way that we have come throughout the past 100 years, no longer do we have to stand in a marketplace to be able to offer goods and services. Now we can have digital products, and we can have a business that's purely online. And especially when you talk about leveraging things, what does that mean? Well, there's so many ways that you can leverage different products to be able to work for you 24 hours a day. I'm in Texas, you're in England, and so we can, really be able to like still shop from each other even when we're asleep, so that's really powerful. Over the past 3.5 years, what would you say has been the most difficult part of your journey as a network marketer?
Network marketing was a fairly new concept. I loved the business idea, having a bit of a sort of entrepreneurial streak. I could see the advantages of it immediately. I think this problem for me was actually sort of going forward and sort of selling products. Coming from a background where the government provide medical services and I don't sell things, that was, well, apparently I don't sell things. That was one of the biggest hurdles. The second hurdle is getting over myself. As professionals, you acquire certain status, and often you hide behind a lot of qualifications. I mean, I've got so many letters after my name, but it's so easy to hide behind those qualifications and not really show the real person. And when you're selling products, when you're actually a business owner with yourself, you have to be the person. You have to be the product of the product. And I suppose over the years I've learned to sort of hide behind my profession, my qualifications, and not really sort of show up as myself. So that was actually a big thing. So the personal development and putting myself on show really has been the most difficult thing. The selling sorted itself out. I mean, most network marketing companies have fabulous products, and once you're able to explain the advantages, most people are interested. So that wasn't a big thing. It was more getting over myself and sort of fronting my own brand.
Yeah, I think that we all kind of have that, where we hide behind the titles of our life. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so what do, getting out there and having products and things like that to talk to people about, that can be scary. And it's like, well, I could just stay a mom and hide behind that title, or go out there and work on myself personally, do that personal development to be able to put myself out there and grow. And so it's, yeah, I mean, it works on so many different levels, but that personal development, although it's very challenging, it's very rewarding. So
absolutely.
On the other hand, what would you say has been the best result of being a part of this industry for the past 3.5 years?
I would say that actually knowing that I have solutions for people's problems. My solutions range from, okay, for me personally, my sort of medical services, but I mean, for other people, it could be, again, it could be the careers they were following. But in addition to that, I've got products that people can benefit from. I've got a business opportunity that people can benefit from. I mean, one of the things that I've learned over the years being a family physician is that there's 3 main problems that people have. They've got health problems, they've got relationship issues, and they've got financial problems. And I really do believe that a network marketing company, a network marketing opportunity, can provide solutions in all 3 of those areas. So it's been fabulous sort of creating something outside of my career. Obviously, from a sort of ethical point of view, I don't offer my products to my patients, but for people outside that role, that job role, if they have skincare or health issues, I can offer them a solution and say, well, try this. And then if they have if they want an opportunity to develop another income, then basically you've got a business in a box, which you can actually offer them. And then on top of that, in terms of the relationships, the mentoring and the personal development work is just immense. invaluable. So I think realizing the gift that I have with a network marketing business has been invaluable.
Okay, so you had talked about three main issues that you see with patients. Would you mind just like quickly elaborating on how that can, how network marketing could be a potential solution for those issues?
Okay, I mean, my network marketing company is a health and wellness company. So we have health and wellness products. They're not, it's more, they focus more on sort of skincare. So the skincare doesn't have the toxins in. It's beautifully formulated so that it's absorbed well. So from a health and wellness and sort of a cosmeceutical point of view, you've got solutions there. And then also the nutrition products, teaching people how to eat better. I mean, not always necessarily with the products that I have, but I've learned an awful lot about nutrition and about sort of well-being as opposed to illness, which is where sort of the doctoring came into. But now I'm approaching health from a wellness angle, and so that's really, really good. I mean, you build so many relationships. One of the biggest problems is that people are so lonely, and in a network marketing company, we are encouraged to meet people, not necessarily because they will become customers or business partners, but actually because, you know, you don't know where a relationship will take you. Magic happens in the relationships that we have between people. And so the side effect of that is that you're not lonely, you go to fabulous events, you meet fabulous people. And some of the people, I mean, like yourself, if I wasn't involved in a network marketing company, in a business, I wouldn't have met. There's so many other people that I wouldn't have met, the coaches that I have, the mentors that I have. So from a relationships point of view, it's a really, really ideal solution. Financial, yeah, I mean, the results, I mean, we have to say that results are variable, but it's actually very effort-based. The work that you put in, you can reap the rewards, and you've always got somebody to help you steer your course. So there's the mentoring, so that even if because you know, people can put in a lot of effort but get very few results. One of the benefits of having the organization behind you is that people are always watching and seeing if the effort that you're putting in is actually giving you results, and then they can give you hints and tips on what to tweak so that and I think for a lot of people it's light at the end of the tunnel. It gives you hope that you can actually change the situation. I mean, I have to emphasize again and again, no, it's very dependent on the effort that you put in, and not everybody wants to go to the top levels. Not everybody wants to have an executive or professional salary, but even a few £100 here or there in the nooks and crannies of your time makes an awful lot of difference. And it's always there for you to actually build it. It doesn't, I mean, one of the sort of worries that people had is that with network marketing, you always had to buy inventory, but maybe 20-30 years ago. But with most good network marketing companies, they don't penalize their consultants or their business partners, and you can, if you choose to stop it for whatever reason, you can stop and you can pick it up again, so there's no penalty. It's a very small opt-in generally, and you're using the products yourself, so you're not building up an inventory in your house. My husband for a long time used to sell physical products, and we used to have piles and piles of it in our house. And although, yes, it was valuable, it would take up space, but two, the actual, the investment had been made already before he would sell it. Whereas with most network marketing companies, I think all network marketing companies, you're not investing into the stock. So you're directing people and you're signposting people towards your shop, and they buy, and the company fulfills that. So I think from the relationship and financial point of view, it's a really brilliant solution.
That's awesome. And you had talked about how, you know, there's so many people that are lonely in the world, and I know I was. That's one of the things that drew me into this industry was I was, you know, alone, being a house, you know, stay-at-home mom for many, many years. I had no relationships outside of this house. And so it was like very appealing to me to be able to go out and be a part of a team that cared about me. And so I'd love for you to kind of talk about the team environment and what you've experienced as far as, you know, when you come into this industry, it could be overwhelming because any transition that we experience can be scary. You know, if we're used to doing, you know, living our life in one particular way, and then we decide to take a step of faith and try something different in hopes of what it can give us, you know, it can be scary. But the cool thing is that we're not alone. We have teams, we have mentors, and we have people around us that are constantly encouraging us to grow, to get better, and, you know, really taking you by the hand to help you out if you want to put in the effort. So I'd love for you to kind of elaborate on your experience with that and what the team environment looks like and what mentorship has looked like for you.
Okay. I mean, when I joined the company, I was in quite a dark place. I was very overworked. I was finding it difficult to see anything outside of work and the children and any sort of studies I had to do in regards to my own profession. And very quickly, by joining the company, to people that I'd never even thought of meeting before, and actually being an observer onto their onto their sort of viewpoints and their sort of perspective on life. I mean, that was absolutely fascinating. I think one of the is that you are exposed to so many people who have different ideas about life than yourself. And I think one of the things when you get lonely or when you get depressed is that you get so stuck in your own thought processes. So it's nice seeing that there's other ways of living your life and experiencing sort of joy, sorrow, and all sorts of things. I mean, life still goes on for network marketers. It's not as if it does. And, you know, I had a friend who joined very similar time to me, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer very soon afterwards. And to be actually part of her life and watch her negotiate those road bumps was very, very, it was very precious to me. In terms of mentorship, there's a lot of emphasis put on duplication, and having a background in NLP where we model success, that resonated with me, that we actually model our mentors, model the way that they've built their businesses. And the benefit of that is that they've made the mistakes that before you have, and so they can steer you in the right direction, and they can help you achieve your goals. So you've got somebody sort of looking over your shoulder, your goals to them, and they can help you negotiate your path towards that goal. And it's something that I hadn't experienced before. I mean, even though I was coming from a sort of a coaching background with my neuro-linguistic programming, I hadn't felt that sort of complete coaching model, that complete sort of almost safety that, you know, if you're doing something, that somebody will always actually sort of take you by the hand and say, look, no, you need to do it this way. And then one of the other things that one of my mentors recently has said is, you know, go to the places that you're celebrated. You really do become celebrated as part of a network marketing team or of a sort of direct sales business. And I think that's something that we often lack in other aspects of our lives. You know, we get pushed into the corporate grind or the professional grind. We're not celebrated for the things that we do. A lot of us that go into the caring professions want to help people, but we're not getting that feedback. So actually going to a place where you're celebrated for even the small achievements, for sort of talking to somebody, for you know, selling a few products here and there, that really does a lot for your own self-esteem. So the mentoring and the celebration of the small things is fabulous in this industry.
Yeah, even the online community that we're both a part of, I just love that if somebody goes out and says, hey, you know, I've got a lead today. I got my first lead, or I just got my first 5 leads. Everybody's like, yay, that's so awesome. You know, congratulations, and really just pumping them up. And that's the beautiful thing, because in the corporate setting, it's so heavy on the negative side. You know, so many people are miserable and they're unhappy and they don't want to be there, and you know, they're just there for a paycheck, and so it causes, there's so much negativity in a general workplace. But then you come into the network marketing industry, and not that it's completely exempt, but there's so much more positivity, you know. It's just a beautiful thing to be able to really kind of soak in and be a part of. So what would you say has been the best piece of advice for you to kind of stick through the challenging times in your journey?
The best piece of advice is to know that eventually we'll get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, because you'll get there. And there's no rush. Your journey is your journey, and everything that you experience along the way is part of your learning. I think because there's so much emphasis on personal development, we take everything in our stride. You know, if you can't make a certain goal, what's the learning from that? You're taught to reflect on how things could improve, but not to sort of dwell on the fact that they didn't improve. So all along, you're really explicitly becoming a better person. So, I mean, no, you know, we're exposed to lots of different things, you know, celebrations and adversities, but actually having such a coaching framework where we're actively thinking about things is really good. So the fact that actually this is it's not a race. It's not a race. You know, you're meant to be wherever you are. And I think that's the thing that's been really useful. And the other thing, actually, it's just popped into my mind, is not to compare myself with other people. I think often we do. I mean, just in society in general, we compare ourselves, and to actually become a whole person where we are enough is fabulous. I don't think I would have been able to do that in another environment, because we're always being told, you know, we're not quite good enough, you know, go for the next thing. Whereas actually, you know, I'm good enough. I am where I'm meant to be, and I will get to the goal that I've set myself.
Yeah, it's like what you said earlier. You know, if somebody actually puts in the effort, the potential is really limitless. But they have to put in the effort, but there's the environment that will support you in that effort. So,
Absolutely.
So it's definitely a really powerful, you know, just environment to be a part of. So I want to just ask you, if you had to start all over again today, you know, you've been in for about 3.5 years, you've had highs, you've had lows, you've had a lot of growth. If you had to start over today in the network marketing industry, what would you do differently?
I think my number one answer would be not focus too much on the products. I'm very much an ingredient junkie. I like knowing the ins and outs of ingredients. I think that's a sort of scientific background. I like to know what's in a product. I want to know where it's come from, what benefits it'll have, how it works with the ingredients. So I did get caught up a lot in that. But as you become a product of the product, experience them yourselves, and then go out and tell people about the successes that you have. The company doesn't make any medical claims, and my company doesn't, and all we can do is pass on our experience of the products being beneficial to us, and then meeting as many people as possible and building up those relationships. I think as soon as you start talking to people, it doesn't mean that you've got an agenda. It means that you're just talking to people. You start finding out what people's problems are, and then start providing solutions to them. So, and as the quicker that you get into that habit of helping people and giving them solutions, the quicker your business will grow.
Yeah, I think that this industry, you really have to have a heart for loving and caring about other people. I think that whenever a lot of people are introduced to network marketing, they initially come in with the idea of what's in it for them. What can they gain financially? What kind of time freedom can they expect out of it? Mm-hmm. You know, and so I think introductory wise, a lot of people are very self-centered, and that's okay. It's not a bad thing, but it does need to at some point progress into, okay, I get it. This industry is about helping others have a better life. And so whenever you start to think about, whenever you talk to people, okay, I'm not talking to them to sell them something. I'm talking to them to genuinely have a relationship with them. And then I want to know, what can I do? What path can I lead them towards to help them out? Is it the product that I have that will better their lives? Or is it the business opportunity? Or is it just my, just my relationship with them at the moment? Because you never know where those relationships can lead down the line, like you were talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if somebody came up to you and said that they were curious about joining a network marketing company, but they were a little hesitant, what advice would you give them to help them make the decision on whether or not it is for them?
Okay, I mean, after they've done the due diligence and sort of checked that they like the products and it makes sense from a business point of view, I'd just say jump in. Look at the people that are in the company. Have they achieved success? What sort of people are they? Are they the sort of people they want to hang around with? And then just jump in, because I really don't think that you can get the full benefit of the unless you actually are doing it. It's very easy to stand on the sidelines and say, oh no, it looks like a good idea. Yes, I can see where I can fit these products in. But actually, as you say, a lot of people start off where it will benefit them, but very quickly you transition into how can I help other people, and that transition won't occur. Most network marketing companies, I mean, one of the reasons that so many people join is that the entry point is very low. It doesn't cost a lot of money to join a network marketing company, and I think that's done on purpose so that people do jump in. And even if it doesn't work out, you're not lost a huge amount of money. I mean, people can buy £3,000-4,000 holidays, and it turns out that they're not any good at all. The hotel's under construction, the water's cold, the flight doesn't turn up. But often for less than £100, less than $100, you can join a network marketing company. And the worst that can happen is that you have a few products that perhaps you wouldn't necessarily buy, but they shouldn't be that expensive. Often they're very good quality. Generally, I mean, without a rule, they're very good quality, and you've made a whole new group of friends. So what I'd say is, once you've done your due diligence, make sure it's a fit for you in terms of a business model, and the products fit into your lifestyle, so that you can actually build your business in the nooks and crannies. Then just jump in, because otherwise that transition and that sort of transformation won't occur.
Yeah, and I would add to that to just make sure that you continue your relationship with the people that you're joining with. No man is, islands don't work well in this industry. You have to plug in. You need to be a part of the team, and don't be afraid to ask for help, and immerse yourself in the culture, because really everyone is there to help you get better and learn more and whatnot. So.
No, I think that's absolutely true, because I think it's a silent business. It's a very quiet business, because often people do it in addition to other things, which is absolutely fine. You need to make it noisy for yourself, and the one way of doing that is actually, as you said, by plugging into the events, by plugging into the communities that the network marketing allows you to be exposed to, and also to plug into the training, because the absolutely fabulous people that have been through journeys similar to you.
Yes, it's wonderful. I mean, just the relationships are just so beautiful, and the caliber of the people that you meet are just hands down. You just don't find the kind of people that you will in this industry, in corporate America, because it is just such a dark, negative place. So this industry is all about improving you, improving your life, and helping you to go out and improve others. So I think it's just one of the best things in the world. I think it's one of those hidden gems out there. Okay, so Fairoz, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you to talk to you about, get some more information about the industry, or maybe what you're into, where would they be able to find you?
I've got my own website, fairozmiller.com, and then they can find me very easily on Facebook or Instagram, or even LinkedIn, actually. Fairoz Miller on all of these sites. I've got a fabulous newsletter that if they want to sort of see what I'm up to, they can join, and you can sign up for that on the website.
Awesome. Good deal. Okay. Well, if anybody's out there curious about network marketing and would like to talk to Fairoz about it, definitely reach out to her. She'd be happy to help you. Thank you so much, Fairoz. I appreciate your time. I'm very grateful for you just opening up and sharing a part of your story with us today. And I hope you have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yes, of course.
NicoletteMoore.com. Yeah. Look. You know she got you, yeah, when it comes to the lead, she gon' lead you straight to the lead generation. It's what it is all about, recruiting all the prospects, yeah, that's what it's shot. She help you with the coaching, you know that she give you the potion, so you could go and move it through the ocean. Cause she there for you, she really cares, she wanna help you grow, that's why she there. So if you wanna get more, you wanna see this what's in store, NicoletteMoore.com, get it y'all.